Okay, so yeah, got the Bluecoats up ahead. Um, you're caught in a big line of boats. You can definitely hear people up front, complaining rather loudly um, about being delayed for no good damned reason. And like I said, so these boats are pretty small. They're only for um, like half dozen or so people. Um, so it's like the two of you. It's Pickett down in the bottom, hidden away, and three, four um, of the thugs from the hive.
Okay.
If we didn't pick our loads already, go ahead and do that. Um,
Yeah, I'm still probably taking normal.
I'm gonna go normal because last time, you know, light didn't work out.
yeah, so they're slowly, filing forward. Um, what do you
Right.
what do you all plan? What do you do?
How much time can we kind of think that we have before it's our turn?
I mean, anytime you want. I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 boats in front of you when you first notice the checkpoint.
Right.
Um,
I'm
yeah.
just thinking of basically how much time would we have to try and cause a distraction? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't get the jump on you or anything. They didn't like ride up beside you and stop you. So you've got a little bit of time if you think quickly.
Right.
Okay. Here's the plan. So we're below deck, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna search the ship, probably.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. Could we have built like fake walls and stuff, like hiding places?
Sure, I think that's good for. Let's see, like it's. I mean, they're pretty regularly smugglers and stuff, right? Yeah, I don't think there's any stress for that. I think that's something that would be pretty standard on their boats.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got Pickett in a false wall. Are you getting in there with him, Ghoul?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
He's
suggest
gonna suffer my presence.
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, they've opened up the wall and put you in there. He gives you sort of a raised eyebrow. Um, what seems to be the problem?
The standard blue coats. Yeah.
Standard blue
Yeah.
coats?
Is it not standard for you?
Um,
Ah,
sure. He says, why are you getting in here?
I'm just looking around like, I'm. I don't. Shut up and get in there. Just.
Okay, so
Mm,
seems like an action. What action are you taking there?
Guess I'm commanding him to get in the fucking wall.
Okay.
Shut up, Cecil.
Sure. So you've got one in command, and can obviously get some help from Slab, I think.
Do you need an assist?
Yes.
Yeah, if
All
you
right.
want to mark one stress.
Yep, sure. I'll toss you an assist.
Thanks.
And a Devil's Bargain. Devil's Bargain. You know what? I think a heat would be good. Since we have Bluecoats on your tail.
I don't know. We're pretty max. How much heat do we have? It's like a lot.
Right now you're at 5.
And we can take a heat. Yeah.
All
Yeah, I'll
right.
take bargain.
Okay, so we are risky. I think it's still standard.
Sure.
And you've got 2 extra dice on top of your command. Go ahead.
Oof. Clutch.
Yeah. He definitely grumbles some. But yeah, he just gets inside the hold, right? One of the guys comes by and puts the wall in place. And it closes up more or less seamlessly. So Slab, I guess it's up to you.
Yeah, so I guess one of the thugs or someone has like the papers for the ship, right? So
I
they
mean,
can
yeah, they've
prove
got the
that-
registration and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, so we can prove that we own it and stuff.
absolutely.
Right. Just checking, who's it owned by? Yes, because if we have to intimidate them to say, like, don't check the ship out, it's best if I can say, don't check the ship out, it's owned by, I don't know, a Leviathan Hunter captain or something.
For false documents,
Because I don't want to just, like, throw it, oh yeah, the ship is owned by the Hive, so...
well, so that's the thing about the Hive. They deal in contraband, but otherwise they are an up and up. You know, their cover is that they are an up and up trading company.
Right.
In fact, they're known for avoiding like occult or arcane groups, and the Church of Ecstasy is popular among the Hive members. So on the outside, they actually have a sort of pristine reputation. So they wouldn't bother coming stock with like falsified documents.
All right. So it's just owned by some merchant.
Yeah, a member of the Hive merchant. Like they've got a paper that says, the ship who it's owned by, and there's like a stamp of a golden bee on it, which is the symbol of the Hive.
Right.
I will tell you that the problem right now is that they came looking for Ghoul, right? In connection with the Hive.
Right.
Yeah. So they're definitely going to be suspicious of you.
Okay.
If you would like to flashback some... Well, I mean, you've still got gear space. You could definitely pull out some documents.
Yeah, I'm thinking about since they're searching for Ghoul in connection with the Hive, if we're a ship that's registered with the Hive, then we're gonna catch some more heat than we should really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking how exactly. I don't have to pay coin or anything for documents, right? There's something I can pull out.
No, yeah, it's on your list. Should be just documents, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, sure. So yeah, I think I'd flashback maybe to asking probably someone in the hive,
Okay.
maybe Briggs, if I can get documents that would put the ship under, and yeah, fuck it, a Leviathan Hunter captain of some type.
Oh, okay. Um,
Yeah, this would be part of not the Hive's merchant navy, but I don't know, a ship that would normally be transporting. Actually, no, but it's more like in the personal employ of captain.
okay. For some other person. Sure. I mean, they've got a lot of contacts. That's not so crazy. I think. I think that's just one stress to contact somebody like that to gin that up.
Okay.
So I think that you would have. I think you have great effect. I think it's still risky, leaving a paper trail like that. But the hive, like I said, they know all kinds of people, so they could probably pull up some documents like that. And plus, their connections with the consulate, right? They could get somebody to make sure the documents look really, really convincing.
Yeah.
But what action are you rolling to get that?
Um, I mean, technically, it sounds like a good sort. Um, really does, but
Yeah. Sounds like a consort to me.
I don't really know if that's a good idea. Ghoul, could you assist me in that? Would you have like any contacts that would be able to
Well, I'm a
refer
noble,
me?
so I could tell you if it looks official enough, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, he could use contacts also. Now, Ghoul, if you want to help him, you'll also have to mark the stress for the back for the flashback.
Shit. How much? How much?
Just one.
Stress? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Is it one for the flashback and one for helping?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's one for the flashback and one for helping.
Right.
Okay. I might pass out. Just saying. I might. You might
Right.
open the fake wall. I'm just dead. But yeah, I'll help you.
But I mean, I can mark the stress from the flashback, or do we both have to mark that?
You'd
I
both.
think
have
it's
to mark
both.
It. Yeah, he'd have to mark it
Okay.
also. You're both gonna have to mark it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
because I need to be in the flashback also.
All right.
So he's giving you help. You're both there talking, with some captain in a bar, and I mean you're using your connections through the hive, so I think that you can take an extra dice for that also.
Right. Okay.
And the Devil's Bargain. Yeah, you asked about a coin. Yeah, this was costly. That's the Devil's Bargain. That you'd have to spend your last coin in the hive vault.
Hmm.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Worth it? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get paid, so.
Yeah. Fair enough. So
Okay.
3 dice then.
Yeah, you've found your way to 3 dice.
Awesome. All right. Here goes. Yeah.
Okay. A 4.
Hey, okay.
At least a success.
They're not done with crayons. That's
So this was kind of a setup for whatever you're gonna do next. Yeah. You're going to be in a tough spot. So you'll be able to hide your identity. It's going to be risky. We'll give you standards since you succeeded at that role. You did succeed. So you do have documents that are convincing, that are a different person's name. The problem that's going to come up out of this let me look at my. Oops, that's the wrong thing. You do, but there's consequence. There's harm, complication, reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. So Slab, are you up top delivering the documents?
Yeah, how I imagine it going is basically as we reach the checkpoint, I or one of the minions have like the documents ready, and if any of the Bluecoats make a move to like go below decks and check things out, I just like step in front of them and gonna engage them in conversation and tell them no very politely.
Let me check one other thing. Oh no, they're fine. Okay. So the guy's up there, and he's got like a lantern hanging from the bow of the ship, and he says, "Come on, move it on. Let me see the papers. I don't need a story."
Yep, just hand him the papers. No problem.
Kill him.
And he just like snatches them from you, and like coughs up phlegm all over your papers and stuff. Bless, it's cold out here today. Okay. And your name is?
I probably have what tell me real name? Arquis Rowan.
And so are you masquerading yourself as the owner?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and he says, it's, okay, sure. It's a pretty rinky boat for hunting leviathans, don't you think? And you can smell, like, the rye from his breath.
Yeah.
Okay, not a man with a sense of humor. That's fine. I'm just cold out here protecting you from scumbags and villainy. Sure, whatever. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Thistleowen. And there's a guy at the back, right, who kind of leans over and he says, "Hold up there." And he comes walking up, and he says, "Don't I know you? And this is your problem, Slab. That right. when the cops came to get Ghoul, this wasn't the chief, right, or even the sergeant who was looking for him, but this was one of the guys who was there. Like, you recognize him right away,
right?
And he kind of comes by." Stands up, like, sort of shoulders past this drunken maniac they have standing on the prow, and he says, I've seen you somewhere. What was that name again?"
I don't even really answer him, just like under my breath I swear in Scottish, and probably just this guy is like one of the privates, and this drunk guy is obviously a superior officer, right?
Actually, the drunk guy is probably a lower rank, because they have him standing out in the cold under the lamp, looking at papers and getting screamed at.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
He gets drunk.
Thinking.
He says, "Sure, I know somewhere."
Yeah, I just kind of pull my hat down and say, "Sir, I think that you would not like to get in the way of probably just throw out the name of the whichever Leviathan hunter captain that's under. Because I'm not masquerading as a captain myself, just as a guy working for them, and you will not like to upset the Lord's business, Because if you did, then this whole city would run without power, without my lord's work. So I suggest you let us move along, and I won't have to do anything I don't want to. And for to kind of to upgrade my command roll, I kind of slip out this carved Leviathan tooth, which I have.
Oh, cool. You have a carved...
Yeah.
Is it like Scrimshaw? What's...
Yeah, it's like a scrimshawed Scovish Leviathan tooth, which kind of been... It's a family relic, really, but trying to pass it off as like a Leviathan hunter's like relic or trophy. To kind of prove that, you know, I'm one of them, and that I don't want to have to stab one of you with it, so...
Okay.
That's convincing.
So you're still desperate.
And yeah, just so you know, that's as a cutter, I have my especially intimidating weapon, and that's what I chose.
That's pretty cool. Okay, I was gonna ask, is this like a dagger or whatever? I don't know. It's a Leviathan tooth. It could be pretty big. Like, is it a dagger or is it like?
It's a great sword.
Sword sized, like.
Yeah, actually, it's just like a Final Fantasy sized greatsword.
Yeah, just hanging from my neck.
Oh, yeah.
But
he looks down and he sees your limit break filled. Oh God.
Just blinking away.
So scream for no reason, flames spring out there. Yeah, it's kind of about a foot long, really, and it hasn't got so much of a blade on it. It's more it kind of tapers to like a really hard point. But the main thing is that it's kind of almost got like a triangular. It's kind of made like a triangle. I'm not sure if I can find a good picture of it, but there are these daggers which kind of have like a curve in between three edges, and they can create like a triangular blade.
Okay.
And inside these little curves is kind of like scrimshaw, as you say, written in, and tapers to a point.
So, okay, I mean, you're trying to be intimidating, so I think that's an intimidating weapon, literally it is, from your list. Wow.
I'm
we'll
not
give you...
opposed to this being desperate.
I mean, it's definitely desperate. That's what I put you in a desperate position, but I think you have standard effect. Or do you have great effect? I mean, you look like a scary dude. You're like a big guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give you great effect. I mean, these are the Bluecoats, and they're supposed to be like, well, fuck that. You can't talk that way to me. Kaplow! But... So I said this guy is probably the lower ranking guy, the drunk guy, but you don't see any of the, like, bosses out here. The lieutenants aren't going to come and sit on the river and just be like, yeah, just set up a checkpoint and fuck with assholes and try to shake them down for money or whatever. So, yeah, I think it's desperate and you've got great effect. You have your command, and a devil's bargain. Heat is boring in the moment. Oh, obviously. Yeah, you scare this guy off now, but later he's going to remember. Not like 10 seconds later, but, probably a few hours later, he's going to be sitting around and be like, oh, wait, I know that fucking guy was, right? So this, like, cover identity will be no good in a few hours. And I'm saying like after the score, right?
Yeah.
That's
Thing is, I kind of like the idea of being able to pose as a Leviathan sailor.
Yeah.
But
I guess the biggest effect of the Devil's Bargain is that their warrant would now spread to you, right?
yeah.
That's the biggest effect.
And it's Devil's Bargain or push.
Yeah, you can push yourself for an extra die at this point.
But I can't do both.
Not both.
Right. Then I may just want to push, actually. Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna take the Devil's Bargain. I'm gonna push.
Okay. Yeah. So you lay the intimidation on thick. Cool. Yeah. So that's an extra die. Desperate but great effect. We got 2 dice.
Right. Here we go.
Oh man.
Yes. Gotta push. Jesus.
Whoo! Woo wee! It was about to be a shootout on a canal boat. Yeah, he's just like, he says, oh. I think his mind, like, leaps to a conclusion. Oh, for Lord, oh. He says, okay, yeah, let him through. Let him through. Give our regards to the Lord, if you would.
Kind of scoff a bit and say, I will. No worries there. Now that I'm that late. I just kind of shake my head and tut again and go below decks.
Yeah, and the scruffy guy's just like watching you roll by. Yeah, and okay, so you make it through the checkpoint. Everybody's hearts skip a beat.
As he gets below decks, he's just like,
I almost murdered 6 people just now. Okay.
and I kind of rap twice on the false wall. It's just kind of the signal for all clear.
Yeah, Ghoul, have you been talking at all with Mr. Pickett?
No, I try to stay quiet because if I, if too much breath gets out, I might just paralyze him there.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm covering my mouth and trying to breathe like as little as possible.
Okay. So you knock on the wall. He says, "Oh, thank God." And he says, "Get me out of here. This man is rude and off-putting."
Yeah, just Slab just kind of raises his eyebrows and looks cool. Okay. Well,
I've been called.
Oh God. And I say, well, I'm sorry, sir, but we're not paid to be polite.
He says,
We're paid to keep you safe, something which I just did, which you can be grateful for.
He says, "I'll show you gratitude later with a sack of coins. For now, get out of my way." And he goes and tries to find a place to sit down.
Yeah.
With or without a scrimshaw Leviathan tooth in the back of his head, I guess that's up to you.
Yeah, just kind of
bite his brain.
Okay, so you guys make it to the other side, down to Char Hollow, and we transfer into a carriage. And you're riding along with him, and he grumbles something about like, "I just got out of a hole with this bastard," and you go trundling over to the back side of the hallowed book. And yeah, I mean, I guess the expectation is that you guys just wait outside and they go inside.
Sure. Yeah. If they're gonna discuss like important information, they probably don't want us to hear it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Are you keeping a lookout?
Yeah, Slab's gonna like lean up in front of the bookshop and just keep an eye out for anyone looking too shifty, and probably since Ghoul probably hasn't been in this district much, has he?
No. At all.
Right, so he's gonna kind of explain what exactly the bookshop is. That it's this place where it's mostly like pick up documents and tips and stuff. So don't touch any of the books. You'll probably ruin Briggs' immaculate system of drop-offs and stuff. But probably to just either stay in the bookshop and keep it. Probably his advice is to either stay in the bookshop, keep an eye on anyone who's already there, see if they're like spies or anything, trying to spy in on Pickett's meeting, or stay out there with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, go shopping.
I mean, we're in a House of Secrets right now.
Well, yeah, you're outside the back entrance of the House of Secrets.
Never mind. Yeah, it's close enough for me.
Okay.
I know we could
guess,
just like. Sorry, go on.
I guess we wait until it happens.
Yeah, well, as I said, Slab will go out front and survey the area.
Okay.
But,
Cool. Yeah, let's roll a survey then.
all right. Position everything.
I'm gonna roll a fortune die for this one. And that fortune die is gonna be I know who it is. That's right. Where's my sheet? It's here. And okay, it's just one dice. Oh, that's not very good at all.
Okay.
Well, so
So SWAT shows up.
well, that's a fortune die for the people you're looking out for. So that's actually good for you. I don't think it's risky. I think it's standard effect, but it's controlled. You guys got here pretty ship shape, right?
Okay.
You could take a devil's bargain if you're just gonna say no to that.
I mean, one devil's bargain is that Slab kind of he's kind of readily seen as this guy is obviously looking out for trouble and is either a blue coat informant or up to something. But I'm not sure if that's really good enough.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I like that. The devil's bargain is that, I mean, you're as obvious as these people you're about to spot.
Yeah. I'm obviously out on the look for something.
Yeah. I mean, you're like, edging on 7 feet tall or whatever, right?
Yeah. It's hard to look innocuous.
You got a kilt and you're picking your teeth with a foot-long demon's tooth.
I think, yeah. So I'll take that devil's bargain for
Sweet.
one dice. And here we go.
Dang it.
Huh.
I mean, you were controlled. It was standard effect. You definitely see who it is. It looks like a couple of townies, a couple of locals from Char Hollow, and they were coming by the bookstore, and they stop and they don't notice like the sign says closed and everything. Could put you in a risky spot. Yeah, I need to put you in a risky spot. So they go up to the door, and at first you spot them, and you're like, okay, it's just a couple of kids, and they're gonna try to open the door, and it'll be locked, right? And they put their hand on the door. They don't see the closed sign as they're like talking to each other about something, and the door isn't locked. Somebody forgot to lock it.
Right, so I'm like, yeah, they're gonna push on the door, and then I hear the door opening, and I'm just like, immediately turn my head, and say, "Excuse me, I think that the shop is closed."
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of like very slowly walk up and pull the door shut again, while staring these guys, these guys.
Okay. Yeah. So you come up. They stop and they look at you, sort of like they're caught, in the headlights at first, as you come stomping up the street, and you grab and shut the door, and they say, "What the hell? The door? Who the hell are you? It's open."
They kind of like point at the sign, say, "Can you read?"
I say, "Sir, I can. Can you?"
Yes, it says closed.
Okay. Are you taking an action there?
Yeah, I think I'm commanding them.
Well, we're at risky. I think you're still standard, but I'm going to give you a devil's bargain. I mean, you tell them to get lost, and you're imposing and you're big, but one of them like sniggers at you and says like, "Well, could have fooled me, Skovlander. I'll give you an extra dice to intimidate them if you get a little bit vicious."
Definitely. Yeah, if he mentions if he like tries to make fun of me in any way because I'm Scottish,
Yeah.
then definitely the guy who's kind of in the background sniggering is definitely going to get a punch.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's not actually going to get punched. I'm just gonna like the other guy who was I was talking to, kind of at the front of the door. I say, right. Now you better get going. And as soon as I hear him say something about Scottish, I just reach out with one hand and like pull him up by his shirt collar. All right, so risky, standard with one bonus die
That's right.
for being vicious. Ooh. I can pull him up by his collar and see. Now, what did you say? Say it again, loud now. And I kind of like pull him up to my ear, see if he says anything.
Um, okay. Yeah, so you're like, say it again to the guy you're grabbing. And out front the door, there's like one of those little like sandwich board signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other one has grabbed it and he says, "Can you hear this?" And he like whacks it over over the back of your shoulders. That's just gonna be level 1 harm, because it's a fucking sandwich board over the back of your shoulders. Like, but I mean, you can roll to resist that however you'd like.
I am going to resist that with prowess and just not give a shit.
It just breaks. Just
just like bonk.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll roll that.
All right, so
Damn.
1 stress.
1 stress for you. Sure. Yeah, and they are sufficiently intimidated.
All right, so he just hits me with the sandwich board, and what I'm going to do then is just snap out and just backhand him.
Okay.
No, actually, yeah, fuck it. At this point, it's like I still felt that bit of strain, a bit of stress I took was a twinge of pain from my back injury, and that just like,
Yeah.
nope, not going through that again, and just almost as in like a primal move, just nope, back to hit the back of the fist.
Are you still trying to just intimidate them, or are you trying to like? I mean, it doesn't sound like you're skirmishing exactly. Because if you were to skirmish with these kids, you'd probably tear their heads off. But it's up to you.
I mean, thing is that punch. I'm really playing off the vicious here. That was really like a reflex.
Yeah.
There, I was like, that actually hurt a bit, and that guy has to pay for that.
Yeah.
So I'm not against it being a skirmish here.
Okay. Yeah. No, if you're going for like deliver some pain back to him, sure.
Yeah.
So we're still risky. You have great effect. I mean, if your backhand connects, he's gonna be dazed and on his back pretty instantly. But I'll give you that devil's bargain again if that backhand becomes close-fisted and you knock a tooth out.
Definitely. Any day of the week.
Okay.
All right. Again, poor man's crit.
That poor man's crit. Yeah, you hit this kid and just like blood spurts out. And he lets out this horrible noise. And I don't know if you didn't, like you said, it was sort of a reflex. Maybe you didn't even mean to smack the shit out of him like you did. But he definitely goes stumbling back, and this guy you're holding is like, holy shit! And he starts like screaming and flailing. And a couple of people up the road, more like neighborhood folks, they come running over like, hey, what the hell is going on? And we're going to put you in a desperate position where you're drawing a crowd.
Right.
Yeah, I think
So-
even I'm there right now.
Sure.
what I'm going to do is kind of, for a moment, I'm actually just kind of like, wait, holy shit, I didn't quite mean to do that, but very quickly that it's like it really wasn't planned that conscious by him, but he instead just kind of drops to the other kid they had in his hands and just says like, "Go and take care of him. He should be fine. Remember." And it's just kind of as he like, and then he's gonna like turn to help his friend, but I like stop him by his shoulder again. And remember, next time you insult a Scotlander, what the consequences are. Just kind of give him a shove again, and turn back to the crowd and kind of say, "I'm sorry about this, everyone. You know, more anti-scobbies." Just trying to play it off as these guys were like, you know, insulting our common Churholo Scottish heritage, and you know, taught them a lesson for it, which isn't entirely false.
So you're definitely playing against the crowd now. So what action are you rolling there?
Yeah. Well, I'll change the tone of it a bit, I think.
Okay.
This is a bit more aggressive. Like, no, these guys were definitely like fucking racists, and they need to get out of here, and just go on your way. I saved you guys. Be thankful. Kind of more the.
I'll tell you this. The effect for like intimidating the crowd, right? So the problem with Char Holo that we're coming up against is that they're pretty tight knit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're in desperate. I think you'd have limited effect. You can get them to keep away from you, but not necessarily to forget what happened, right?
Right.
And if it was a sway, you'd probably have better effect. Being like, you know, like, hey, look, they started it with me, kind of thing. I didn't mean to get into trouble.
Actually, yeah, then I will try a sway roll then.
Okay.
I'll try to take the first approach and be a bit more. But I'm just trying to play off the fact that Churholo is a mostly Scottish community, and there has been. I read like something that there have been like anti-Scottish activists.
Sure.
I'll use the word lightly, but.
And I'm not necessarily trying to talk you out of your, because you can get big time XP if you continue to be vicious, right? You know.
Yeah, it's a bit more true to the character to get command option.
Yeah, it's up to you. Like, you get more XP for being more vicious, but it is. I mean, admittedly, what I'm saying is that it is a little safer to try and like quell the rage within your heart or whatever.
But the command, though. No, I'm gonna actually. I hate doing this, but yeah, I'm gonna take the command option. Gonna own up to the rage. Like, alright, fuck it.
Okay.
Desperate, standard.
Well, for the command, it's still limited.
Right, limited.
But Ghoul, are you offering any help now that you're up here?
Fuck, you could say I'm really stressed out.
Yeah.
By these couple of days that haven't gone by, and yeah, I think he's trying to like intimidate the crowd to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like perch up. I put on my noble voice, like the one I used back at home to like tell the servants to dismiss. Right? Mm-hmm. I tell them like, go on out, scum. There's nothing to see here. And I start like waving them away, sorts.
Okay, mark a stress for that.
Yeah.
So, Slab. The devil's bargain I think we're looking at is heat. Now, alternatively, you can push yourself. That can either give you an extra die, or you can push yourself for extra effect and step you up to standard effect, so that you have a chance of this does just end here.
Right. Can I offer an alternate devil's bargain?
Absolutely.
That I would put my relationship with Scotlander refugees down by 1.
Wow.
That I'm kind of getting that this kind of gets out, and my reputation is tarnished by that. Like that maybe this guy isn't exactly the most trustworthy ally.
I'll tell you what, that's okay, but let's do it differently. I think just like lose a rep straight off is maybe a bit much. We could start a clock for that, I think.
Okay.
We'll make it a 4-part clock. Here, I'll add it to your sheet here. We'll call it just calls it losing rep Scotlanders. Yeah, we'll just start that clock. Yeah, the more vicious and cruel and more attention you get, right, for being a vicious, cruel person, yeah, they may start to separate themselves from you.
All right.
Cool.
So how many ticks on that clock? 2 or 1?
None right now. We're just starting it.
Just starting the clock. Okay.
Yeah. So you've got 2 extra dice and still at limited effect.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead. Okay, the 5.
Good thing you took the extra die.
I like that Ghouls, the die I gave you for hoping is just a 1. Like, no, you're actually not helping. Go away.
Be gone, ye peasants!
You mean it doesn't work here?
Yeah. So you're like, being all intimidating, saying, anybody else got a problem with me, kind of thing. Actually, I don't like that. Actually, that sucks. Damn. I mean, nobody pulls out a gun and shoots you yet.
Maybe the father, the parents show up with these kids. Just
Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to lose this opportunity. Somebody comes from inside the shop. It's actually Briggs. Briggs comes outside. And he says, "What the hell is going on?" And people just start shouting and everything. And he sees this kid like bloodied and shit. And he looks up at you, Slab, and he's just like, fucking get around the corner.
I just kind of like lock eyes with him for a moment and do the thing where it's like, I'm going to take a moment before I do this, so it's my idea. And then, walk around the corner. Just,
Yeah. And yeah, he comes out, and you hear him up the alleyway from your carriage, and he's just like smoothing things over, like, yeah, sorry folks, just a hired help of some kind. And he's like, to be fair, those kids are fucking horrible. They probably didn't deserve to have their face bashed in, but and they're just like, he's a mountain, and he beat that kid half to death, yada yada. And he's just like, well, that kid's shitty anyway. Look, okay. And I think at the end of it, yeah, this costs him something. And once he finally gets the crowd to disperse, he comes up the alleyway. And he's just shaking his head. He says, well, you could have crushed that kid's skull. Actually, that might have been better. At least it would have been more of a spectacle. Might have been worth it.
Slab is kind of cooled down, kind of chuckles. Look, I'm sorry to cause you a problem there, but kid insulted me, and you don't get away with that. You know that.
He says, sure. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. And I'm not mad at you. They'll be fine. And I'll be fine. And you'll be fine. Just not gonna make as much money. Doctor bills and all. Plus a little for myself for the trouble. Sound fair?
Kind of.
Yeah, and before you like...
Couldn't you let him bleed to death?
You start to like sigh out, and before you're able to give an answer, he just walks by. He says, "Good talk." He starts going inside.
Yeah, couldn't you let him bleed to death?
Yeah, he calls over his shoulder. He hears you say that. He says, "Well, next time, stab him." And yeah, the door clang shuts.
Yeah. You did fine, big man. You show them their place. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the score. I think that's good. Pickett comes back out, and you guys get back to the spot, and offload him with no other problems.
Cool.
Yeah, let's take another break there. And be ready to do our payoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back.